Hello, folks. Welcome back to TD Talks. I'm your host, Fiduciary Advisor Taylor Davis. Today is Wednesday, October 22nd. And today I want to cut through the noise. I just want to cut right through it. I want to cut through the noise and talk about what really matters in the economy this week. Markets are bracing for another round of inflation data. The Fed's next move is hanging in the balance, and Wall Street is watching earnings seasons like a hawk. Oil prices, job growth, and consumer spending, each telling a different story about where we're headed. So today, let's break down what's real, what's hype, and what it means for long-term investors like us. If you've listened to me before, you know that I'm a long-term investor. I'm always thinking about the long game. And so that's how I formulate my opinions. In my opinion, the story right now is a mix of optimism and uncertainty. We've seen markets rise recently as inflation has cooled and the economy keeps showing surprising strength. People are still spending. People are still spending. Jobs are steady. And even though some costs are stubbornly high, the overall trend looks like slow improvement. But at the same time, you can feel the tension. You can feel the tension, folks. You can cut it with a knife. Talk about interest rates, political noise. There's always that political noise, global conflicts. It all adds a layer of worry that makes investors wonder if the good times can really last. So here's what I think. All right. Here is what I think. Here's my opinion. This kind of push and pull is normal. Markets are living, breathing reflections of our collective emotions, hope and fear. Right now, we're seeing both. The good news is that over time, hope tends to win. Long-term optimism tends to win. Businesses keep innovating, people keep working, families keep spending, and progress continues, even if the headlines don't always sound that way. So, if you're investing for the long haul, my opinion is that now is the time to stay steady. These short-term market moves, the ones that make the news, that flash on the headlines, they should not change your long-term goals or your long-term expectations, in my opinion. The same fundamentals apply. Save consistently, stay diversified. Let time do the heavy lifting. Let time do the heavy lifting. All right. You don't have to outsmart the market every day. You just have to outlast the noise. I'm going to say that one more time. You don't have to outsmart the market. You just have to outlast the noise. And I know it's tempting to get emotional. Maybe you're seeing your account swing up and down and it feels like you should do something. I got to do something. I got to get involved. I got to take some sort of action. But in my experience, that instinct, while human, is often the enemy of good investing. That's why I love what I do. I get to kind of be the safeguard to protect people from their own emotions that could cause mistakes. The better path, in my opinion, is to stay disciplined. Check, that your portfolio still fits your goals and time horizon and risk tolerance. If it does, and let the market do what it's always done historically, move through cycles and reward patience. Think of it like planting a tree. You don't dig it up every few weeks to see if it's growing, right? If you do, that's odd. It's not working for you. So why do that from a wealth perspective? Okay. You water it, you give it sunlight, and you trust the process. That's long-term investing. So in my opinion, the takeaway today is simple. Don't let short-term uncertainty shake your long-term confidence. The market will always have something to worry about, but history shows that those who stay invested through the noise tend to come out ahead. So keep your eyes on your future, not the headlines, folks. Eyes on the future, not the headlines. Stay steady, stay humble, and keep your faith in the long game. It has never let me down thus far. So thanks for tuning in today to TD Talks. You can subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. See y'all soon. The views and opinions voiced in this podcast are solely the views and opinions of Taylor Davis and do not reflect the views or opinions of any other entity or organization. The content provided is for informational purposes only and is not meant to be specific investment advice for any individual. Please consult with your financial advisor to address your unique circumstances. Taylor Davis does not provide legal or tax advice.